Welcome back, fight fans, to another action-packed episode of MMA Trends, the home of breaking news, fierce rivalries, and in-depth analysis across the UFC. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications, because today's updates are so wild you'll want to be the first to know. We're diving into Kamaru Usman's epic return, Jon Jones teasing a dirty twist, Islam Makhachev's secret UFC meeting, Ian Gary and Sean Brady's beef, and so much more. Let's get into it. After being written off by some fans and critics, former UFC welterweight champion Kamaru Usman just silenced the doubters at UFC Atlanta. At 38 years old, the Nigerian Nightmare delivered a wrestling clinic, shutting down the surging Joaquin Buckley's offense and cruising to a unanimous decision victory. Buckley entered this fight riding a 6-fight win streak. He was being hyped as the future of the division, a power striker on the rise. But Usman wasn't having any of it. He took Buckley down, controlled him on the mat, and methodically smothered his momentum. This win is huge. It breaks Usman's 3-fight skid, albeit against elite opposition like Leon Edwards and Khamzat Chimaev, and reasserts his place in the title conversation. But here's where things get spicy. Belal Muhammad, ranked number 1 in the division, wasted no time tweeting, "Congrats, see you soon." During Usman's post-fight interview, he played it coy. When asked about Belal, he replied, "Who?" A savage jab that quickly went viral. Belal fired back on his YouTube channel, demanding a showdown. He said, "Pick the time, pick the place. He can't take me down like Buckley. I'll make him pay on the feet." With both men ranked near the top and the current title picture still unclear, Usman versus. Belal could very well determine the next title contender. Fans want it, the fighters want it. Now it's up to the UFC. Jon Jones is once again keeping fans guessing. This week in Miami, Jones appeared at a dirty boxing event, a hybrid promotion he co-owns with Mike Perry, and teased the idea of fighting Tom Aspinall in a dirty boxing match. Yes, a potential GOAT fighting under a new combat sports format? When pressed by the media, Jones gave one of his cryptic responses. "If Tom comes to dirty boxing, we'll throw hands." Let's be honest, there's a better chance of Dana White retiring from dropping F-bombs than Jones fighting Aspinall in a hybrid ring anytime soon. Still, fans and fellow fighters are fed up. Alexander Volkanovski said it best. "You've got a responsibility as champ. If there's an interim title, you fight the guy, or retire. Don't hold up the division." Jones hasn't defended his heavyweight title since defeating Stipe Miocic last year. Meanwhile, Aspinall is itching to unify the belt and says he already has a fight lined up, though he won't say against who. Could the long-awaited unification finally be happening behind the scenes? Time will tell. The welterweight drama continues with Ian Gary and Sean Brady. Gary has been campaigning for a fight against Belal Muhammad, claiming it's the only fight that makes sense. But Sean Brady says that's cap. According to him, the UFC is finalizing a matchup between Gary and himself, and Gary is just clout-chasing by name-dropping Belal. Brady spilled the beans on the Steady Picks podcast. "Me and Ian are fighting. He's just trying to stir the pot." Naturally, Gary fired back on social media. "I'm calling out Belal because he's ranked number 1 and KO'd you. But if you want it, I'm in. I've never said no to a fight." There's history here. Brady's only loss is to Belal. Gary is undefeated and climbing fast. A fight between them would be fireworks. And a ticket to title contention. Rumors are swirling after Islam Makhachev reportedly held a secret meeting with UFC executive Hunter Campbell. According to cousin Umar Nurmagomedov, the UFC wants Islam to move up in weight. Not because Islam wants it, but because they're eyeing Ilia Topuria as the new star at 155. Umar said, "They believe Ilia sells more fights. They want him as champ." If true, this could change everything. A vacated lightweight belt, Islam possibly challenging for gold in a second division, and Topuria fast-tracked to stardom. It's a reminder that in the UFC, business often drives matchmaking more than rankings or merit. Max Holloway is still chasing greatness. Ahead of his BMF title defense against Dustin Poirier at UFC 318, Blessed said he wants a shot at the undisputed lightweight title by the end of 2025. "Dustin's retiring. I'm not. I want that belt," Holloway said on YouTube. He's 0-2 against Poirier, but he's confident that this third fight is different. And after knocking out Justin Gaethje last year, his stock is sky high. Holloway has history with both Topuria and Oliveira. Depending on who wins their upcoming clash, Holloway could make a strong case for a title shot if he beats Poirier decisively. UFC 317 just got a shakeup. Justin Tafa is out. Alvin Hines steps in to fight Jonathan Denise. Hines is 7-0 with 6 finishes. Could be a sleeper bout. Nico Price returns for his 19th UFC fight, facing up-and-comer Jacoby Smith. Joel Alvarez is moving up to welterweight after recovering from injury. He's on a 3-fight win streak. Watch out, UFC 317 is becoming a must-watch card. Fans were surprised when Peter Yan, ranked number 3, accepted a fight with number 13 Marcus McGee. Why take the risk? Yan said, "I didn't want to wait. I want to fight twice this year. Everyone else is booked." Respect. Yan wants to stay active, but McGee is dangerous, riding a 4-fight UFC win streak. This could be a career-defining fight for both men. In a bizarre twist, Drakkar Klose revealed that he almost lost a $50,000 bonus for mentioning a betting sponsor during his post-fight speech. "They told us not to mention gambling. I did anyway. UFC made me write an apology letter." The bonus was paid, but it raises questions about fighter freedoms, sponsorship rules, and how tightly the UFC controls its athletes. Longtime flyweight Ariane Lipski was released from the UFC after missing weight by 6 pounds at UFC 316. Her team says it was due to medication for a pituitary tumor. But with 3 straight losses and a history of weight issues, the UFC decided to cut ties. Was it the right move? Some fans say yes. Others think her medical condition should have earned her another chance. What a whirlwind of MMA drama. From Kamaru Usman's return to Jon Jones trolling, Islam's secret meeting, and Holloway's title dreams, there's never a dull moment in this sport. Drop a comment below. Who do you want to see Usman fight next? Should Jon Jones finally unify with Aspinall? And is Ian Gary ducking Brady? Smash that like button, subscribe to MMA Trends, and turn on the bell. Because next week's news could be even crazier. Until next time, stay sharp and stay savage.